It's so you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And there's a good thing about that you know you're going to just have to spend your life on something rather than yourself. If you're going to just try to preserve your life and save your life. See, in my generation, we were still thinking about saving our lives. But you're growing up in a generation that recognizes where the world is going and what's going on. I've never seen anything like it, what's happening in the world today and how fast everything is happening. And so you've got to decide, what am I going to do with my short time on earth? I have a purpose, and I'm just going to fulfill it. And then I'm going to go home to heaven. And it is easier to think that way. Despite all the craziness, there's an advantage. The world is so gross and crazy that you recognize this can't be my home. I can't make a home here. So let me spend it. Let me be sent wherever you call me, God. But the only way you're going to find that out is if you can understand 1 Peter 4:7. It says, the end of all things is at hand. Therefore, be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. He says, the end of all things is at hand. Therefore, you would think that if he says, hey, the world's going to end, you'd think, okay, I better go do something. He goes, no, the end of all things is at hand. Therefore, be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. See, we usually think of prayer as a means to an end, where I pray and go, God, I'm praying because I want this to happen, and that is part of prayer. But we think of, okay, I'm going to pray so that this will happen. But that's not what this verse is saying. He says the end of all things is at hand, and he says, therefore, be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. The goal is a clear prayer life. Okay, it's the goal. It's not the means to an end. So that when Christ returns, because the end is coming, you want to be one of those young men, young women, that your mind is fixed on him. That you've shown, and that only happens if you have self-control. That you didn't watch 30 TikTok videos, or whatever you call them. Is it videos? TikTok? TikToks? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm not very woke. Okay, so you just go, I just watched 15 TikToks. Next time I give this talk, they're going to go, wow, that guy's cool. We always say it wrong, old people. And so but you don't have the self-control. Oh, everyone just watched that one. Everyone just saw this. I gotta see it. It's self-control. Because I don't have to look at that. I don't want to go down to everyone else's level. I want to go up to his level. And I can't go to his level unless I have self-control, so that I can be clear-minded, so that I can actually pray. And then as I speak with God, he's going to give me direction for how I spend the remainder of this time. There's an old, I think it's African proverb or whatever. I don't even know if it's a proverb, whatever. Never mind, who cares? Okay. There's this thing, I don't even know what you call it. There's this old lesson like about these two candles. You ever heard about the big candle and the little candle? There's like this big candle and this small candle. And it's like, okay, this is me and my son. And then you go, okay, most people assume the big candle is the dad and the little candle is the son. But no, that's not true. The little candle is me. I've burnt down to where there's just a little bit left. The stupidest thing for me to do is try to keep this flame alive. The best thing I can do with my life as that little candle that who knows how much longer this flame is going to burn is let me invest my life in lighting these full-grown candles that have their whole lives, whatever is left of this time on earth, and lighting those and begging you to be, if my goal is not that just my light would shine bright, but that there would be a light on this earth that stays burning, then I need to invest whatever is left of me, not holding up this shriveled little tiny candle and go, look at Francis Chan. But for me to spend my days going, man, I want to light you on fire because you got your whole life in front of you. And I'm begging you, look, you guys, you're going to waste it if you're just obsessed with keeping up and doing what everyone else is doing. Look at everyone else's family. Look at everyone else's marriages. Look at everything else that's going. Is that really what you want? And I'm just telling you, from a grandfather's perspective, man, I've had a ridiculous life. And it has just gotten crazier in the last couple of days where I'm going, just when I thought, like I said, a couple of years ago, my wife and I go, we're the happiest people on the earth. This week, I'm going, I don't even know what happiness was. I didn't even get it. Like, I'm getting it. I mean, that doesn't come from going with the flow. And I'm telling you right now, there's a mission for you guys. And I saw so many of my friends miss it and stick with the dream rather than losing their life to truly find it. And I'm asking you who are older, like maybe you did waste a lot of your years pursuing the same dream that many of us did back then. And at the very least, use what's left now to warn the generation, this generation, against wasting their lives, because you know some of us have some serious regrets. You know, I could have done so much more. That's a great message to give to the next generation. Don't feel the shame in it. Don't just let it go, okay? What's done is done. But knowing what we know about the future, let's protect this next generation and let's send them out and not be obsessed with them living a long, comfortable life on the earth, because you and I know that's a myth given our day and age. And let's pray for a serious movement of young people who spend their lives well and have their minds focused on an eternal God.